So that's going to be the key for Justin Wrobleski. He's throwing the two seam, he's throwing the four seam, he's throwing the slider. It's working. The sequencing is great. Don't get bored. Justin Wrobleski's throwing the sinker and the four seam. Sinker was 94, four seam touched 98. So he has a left turn and he has a high rider. So the high rider is able to keep him from getting ambushed on the uppercuts. The sinkers are able to miss barrels on the flatter swings. So you have two types of swing types in baseball. You have north and south. Those are your guys that swing up. Then you have east and west. Those are your guys that swing flat through the zone. So if all you have is a four seam that rides, then the guys with flat swings are going to be able to start their swing higher and catch up to that fastball at the top. So if you only have a high riding four seam, the guys that are east and west are going to be able to beat you. So why it's so great to have a four seam and a two seam, the four seam beats the uppercuts, the two seam beats the flat swings, because you're not necessarily trying to get a flat swing to swing and miss. You're just trying to move it off the barrel. Either way, you're able to throw a lot of strikes with your fastball with a lot of velo behind it without getting ambushed, especially whenever you throw your secondaries as well as Justin Wrobleski's been throwing them lately. So how about this? So he's able to get every type of hit type, whether it be north, south, or east, west. That gets him to his secondaries. Slider recorded 7 outs today. Slider was a big-time pitch. Of the 7 outs today that were recorded as an out for Justin Wrobleski on his slider, 4 of them were strikeouts. The slider was fantastic. That got him back to his four seam and two seam. And then just about the time that you had the top 3 pitches that were getting most of the outs and doing most of the damage, he would throw in a timely changeup, a timely curveball, and it was just perfect sequencing. It was great execution, and it's to the point where it was a big bag, simplified by just kind of the 2 fastballs and the slider being the top 3 pitches. So Justin Wrobleski, I've said it multiple times now, he has found the best version of himself. Now here's the trick. Justin Wrobleski is very competitive. He's very analytical. He thinks a lot. So one of the biggest, I think, mistakes like a football offensive coordinator makes, let's say you set up inside zone and you get 6 yards off of it, you just assume that the other team's going to adjust to that and you stop running it. I mean, how many times do you see that? In football, you're going, we got 6 yards and we haven't ran it in 2 quarters. What the hell are we doing, right? So that's going to be the key for Justin Wrobleski. He's throwing the two seam, he's throwing the four seam, he's throwing the slider. It's working. The sequencing is great. Don't get bored. I always told, whenever I was coaching, I would always tell the offensive coordinator coaching football, don't get bored. If inside zone's working, keep running it, okay? If they overload the play side of it, then tell your running back to cut back. But keep running inside zone. Don't get bored with it. If they wad up the box, then tell your quarterback to keep it and run the zone keep around the other end and make them pay for over pursuing the play. But don't get bored with it. So the key for Justin Wrobleski right now, the two seam, the four seam, the slider, occasional curveball, occasional changeup. He's got it. He's figured it out. He's got the pitch shapes figured out. He's found the best version of his pitch shapes. He's found the best version of his sequencing. Now just don't get bored. Keep doing it. Modify your sequencing patterns based on the game plan, but that needs to be the only changes you make from one game to the next. Justin Wrobleski has found his best version. I think Justin Wrobleski, if he hasn't climbed to the trust tree yet, I think there's still a little bit of, okay, well, he's throwing well. There are some underlying factors to believe it's going to continue that way because he's pitching in ways that he should be able to continue to duplicate. Having said that, I still think there's a little bit of wait and see for him from a guy like Dave Roberts who loves his veterans. You've got to allow these young players to have enough runway to be able to overcome the downs, the dips, the ebbs or flows, whatever you want to call them, because if every time they struggle, you rip them out and send them to Oklahoma City, they're going to start to be afraid to fail. And the worst thing that can happen to young players is to be afraid to fail.